inserting and removing a Foley catheter. So whenever I come into the patient's room, I would have performed hand hygiene. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to introduce myself to them and make sure that they understand the procedure that we're doing today. I already have them to a working height for me, and I have the side rail down. And I move their blankets down to the foot of their bed so they don't get in our sterile field. And then I'm going to lift this up and expose the area. I'm going to go ahead and put down my biohazard bag. And I'm going to take my kit, lay it down. I'm only going to use the corners to open it. So now that that's open, I'm going to come over here and do my sterile gloving. I would have already done hand hygiene. And I'm going to make sure my field is always in my view. So now I'm going to bring this up towards me. Never putting my hands below my hips.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I think being a mechanic.
So now I can fix this other one.
Mechanics, but I feel like I'm about to do it every day.
I'm gonna take this.
Do I get screamed at by my dad for not holding a flashlight right? No.
I always have the shiny side down. I'm going to put my thumbs on the back.
No, that's what I was doing.
Being careful of my sleeves and not to touch myself. I'm gonna fold it in like that and tuck it down here and then come back. Making sure never to touch their skin. Now I'm gonna take this and drape it.
That's how I feel. I get a weird way.
And now I'm going to get my stuff ready. My swabs are already open. And then my lubricant, I would, if this had some in it, put it in here. And then grab my catheter. This would have a cover on it, but it's been used. So I would, as I'm pulling it out, bunch it up in my hand so it's not flying everywhere and wouldn't land somewhere that it shouldn't. But I would lay this in my lube. Just have it ready there. And my syringe is already in my port. So now, to clean her, I'm going to take a swab and I'm going to commit my hand and I'm going to go from the farthest labia away from me, top to bottom. Now I'm going to do the labia closest to me, top to bottom. Always going around like this to never be in my sterile field. And then right down the middle, top to bottom. So now taking my catheter, I'm going to insert this 2 to 3 inches. The woman's urethra is 1.5 inches long. I'm going to do 2 to 3 inches, and I should be seeing urine return.
I get discounts. It'd be like $50.
And then to blow up the balloon inside, I would take the syringe and push in this 10 cc's of sterile water, of saline. And after I'm done with that, I'd unlock it. And then this is going to get stat locked to her leg. And then I'm going to take the bag and put it on a non-movable part of the bed. So I'm just gonna hang it down here. Okay, so that's in. So to take it out, I also need to document that I did that and how it went. So now coming back into the room to remove it, I would have clean gloves on, but this is not a sterile procedure. So whenever to tear down, I would take this away. None of this stuff would be here. We would have gotten rid of this. But whenever I have this bag, I'm going to document how much there was, document the color, the clarity, the odor, stuff like that. And I need to deflate the balloon, so I would take my syringe again and lock in here. And then I'm going to draw back that 10 cc's. Get rid of this, do it one more time just to make sure you have all of it. I also forgot to say, after you anchor it, tug a little bit to make sure it's in there correctly. But draw back, and once you aren't getting any more, the balloon should be deflated in there. So you can tell your patient to take a deep breath. We might count down. 3, 2, 1. Just pull it straight out like that. Clean them up if that was needed. And always document what I've done. And then I would put them back in their lowest position with the side rail up and leave them with their call light.